Are we rolling?
We're rolling down a hill. We are about to plummet.
All right. We're rolling, and it's moving quick. Welcome to the Drive Thru podcast. I'm Delzee. And who are you?
I'm not Delzee. I'm Lilleffa. I do Twitch streaming at the twitch.tv/Lilleffa. Audio listeners, I am pointing at a sign that says twitch.tv/Lilleffa.
At this point in time, I am an audio listener.
You are an audio listener because I cannot use my camera on two things at once. So.
Oh, okay.
Delzee is my favorite audio listener.
Yeah. So suck it. Yeah. I do Twitch streams on twitch.tv/Delzeelive, and I do art on several tiny occasions on different platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, Love. I forget what the app is called, but I saw it.
The app called Love?
Yeah, hold on. I need to explain this. So there was a post that I had made on social media app that's going down, by the way. And it was about how that social media app is going down the gutter. So I made a post about it saying, well, it's time to go to TikTok. And where is it? I just don't know where it is. I might have deleted it. But whatever. There is an app that is a very old app, and I used to use it when I wasn't allowed on TikTok. And that app was called Likee. It's called
like
Likee.
A Twice song?
I love that song, though. I love that song.
It's such a good song, honestly.
I don't even understand that language, but it's so good. It's so good. I don't. So it's called Likee, right? I'm showing it to the camera right now. It's not focused. It's. Yeah, you can't see the cover of it, but it's a heart.
You can't see me, but I tried to do the Likee dance from memory, and I just only remember one part of it, and so it was just kind of me moving my hands.
Okay.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, it shut off. It shut off.
Hold on. The app has been deleted.
There you go. You can kind of see it right
community.
There. Yeah, short video community.
I forgot to show your entire camera, so they just get the cut off phone.
Oh. Why doesn't it show my full camera?
Because I forgot to press the button that I labeled on my stream deck to show Delzee's full beautiful face. Just kidding, it just says Delzee. But Oh.
Well, damn. They don't think my face is beautiful. It's fine, whatever.
No, I do. I just stream deck cannot have that many words.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Shucks. Well, anyways, apps like that are popping up all the time because TikTok is going down the gutter as well.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
That's been happening ever since I left the app too. It seems as if everyone they were just kind of there for me and me only.
So once you left, everybody else.
Once I left,
ran for the hills.
The government was so mad about it that they are trying to ban the app.
Yeah, everybody on TikTok is Lilleffas stands. So
it's like the Jeremy Renner app, but instead it's the Lilleffa app.
Yeah. So I was wondering. I don't want to make this podcast political, but I was like laying in bed one night. Not being able to sleep because I'm always on the grind, and I thought, well,
I thought you said you're always on the ground, and I was like, are you okay?
I'm actually, this is a curtain because it's hiding my sister's lower bunk, and I sleep at the top bunk. This is a bunk bed.
You're not on the ground. You are in fact never on the ground.
But I am on the grind. So while I was on the grind in my bed, I was thinking, well, what are a lot of creators gonna do?
That was really funny. You just said I was on the grind in my bed.
All right. Yeah, laugh it off. That's so funny to you.
It is so funny to me.
That's so funny to you. So anyways, I was wondering the third time, what are content creators gonna do when they aren't able to advertise themselves on TikTok because it's not allowed in their country? And I was wondering, and I was like, YouTube Shorts? No. Likee? Maybe. I'll be a Likee streamer. Guys, go follow me on Likee.
Yeah, Likee. Okay,
Yeah.
now
Links
for
will
the
be
bit.
in the description.
Okay, now for the bit, I actually gotta make a Likee account. I will do that later.
I'm gonna make a Likee account too, and we're gonna put it in the description.
Yeah! Follow us on
we're
Likee.
gonna do it. Follow us on Likee.
We're gonna be followed by multiple accounts that just are following no one else, and people are gonna be like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, but looping back to TikTok though, I just now realized that they added the 10-minute video like option. So yeah. So what I thought was, why just advertise when you can just post your whole YouTube video on TikTok now? Like, what if I just make a lot of my videos are under 10 minutes. I only have like 6 videos on there, but they're under 10 minutes. So my thought process was, well, I can put them on TikTok now. Like, that was just my thing. Like, I was like, wait, I could do that. So yeah, I'm now gonna be making a less than 10-minute video just to put it on TikTok. And then repost it on Likee. Yeah.
You will be the most consistent Likee poster.
Yeah,
who will be the only consistent Likee poster.
Race to 1 follower. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was looking at a light. So yeah, TikTok's going down the gutter, so is Twitter. Instagram is alive, but I just don't think that's a good place to like.
What do people post on Instagram?
I follow a lot of artists, so like artists who have gotten off of Twitter either go to Tumblr or they go to Instagram. Or they go nowhere and you never see them again. And you're like, well, they were a good artist.
Instagram for art. My first Instagram account was originally made because younger me went to their first convention, which was Comic-Con, and saw artists, and I was like, how do you promote your art? And they were like, go on Instagram, you big dumb idiot. Actually, you're too small for that. You small tiny idiot. And that's what I did.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I just tried flipping up the thing. Anyways, no, yeah, I made my art account, or my normal account on Instagram, actually. Let me go look at that now and get very carried away. Actually, hold on, wait, archive, okay. Hold on.
I'm holding.
Hold? You better hold for a long time.
Yeah,
you better hold. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna show my art in here, but it sucks. Like, you can't even really see a lot of it, but I posted art on here. It was a lot of Rambo.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that Rambo? I just saw part of a pointing hand, and I was like, oh, it's Rambo!
A lot of Rambo art.
I can't judge you, because I just got a water bottle, and it's just filled with Rambo stickers. Video listeners can see this. But, because BooTWT Does made... Have you seen BooTWT Does? They just sell like a ton of Rambo fan art on stuff.
Yes, I have. I was actually, I was a part of that for like the beginning stages of it, because I know the creator of it, and I was a part of it for a bit, and I came up with like a design that I sent to them, and they're like, oh my god, it's cool. But because of like school and stuff, I couldn't like devote time to it as much as I wanted to, so I was like, but so cool. That just made me realize I'm still in the Discord server. But whatever. Shh. Anyways,
I'm so quiet. I am.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say I found my first. I just realized that on my like archived stuff, because you can't see it anymore. But my first like realism art that I'd ever done was on Instagram, and then I never posted art again. So my art has gotten better. It's just all on like Twitter, where it flopped. Yeah.
Oh my god! Wait, I gotta show you. Oh, I accidentally I can't show you, because then I have to get out of Discord, and then your camera goes size down. But I will later send you my old Instagram art, cause I
Ooh.
posted like 8 art pieces a day,
Ooh.
and it was all right when I got Procreate, so I was just using all the textured Procreate brushes,
Dude.
and it was not good.
There's a feeling instilled within you when you first get Procreate to like suddenly just use everything
I use
about
the
it.
spray
Like you
paint
just want to use
brushes
every
all
single.
the time.
Unrelated question: how old were you when you got Procreate? I just want to ask, just because like I feel like the spray paint,
The spray paint brush.
like
Okay,
the airbrush.
I do not the airbrush. I was using the straight up spray
Okay.
paint texture brush. I still occasionally use the airbrush, but that's only whenever I'm adding like gradients to things. So it's not like actually
Okay, that's
in
fair.
the
That's
art.
fair.
Or I'll
Yeah.
use like the hard
Sorry.
brush just because it's the most like hard circular brush.
Uh-huh.
But I don't use any of the
Okay.
middle ones, I swear. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't reveal my age, but I got Procreate, I think,
No,
like
yeah.
a year after it came out or something. Procreate isn't that old of an app, I don't think.
I know. It isn't that old of an app, so I'm like,
You're
so
calculating. You have like the
yeah,
math
yeah,
equations flying past your head.
yeah, which is crazy because I'm not good at.
That's why
I'm
they're
not
flying
good at
past your
doing
head,
it.
because you're just not getting them.
Yeah, I'm just not. Yeah. But yeah, I tried using Instagram as a way to kind of push off on my art because I found that Twitter wasn't like. I don't think I even had Twitter when I started doing it, but what I found was that like it's kind of like the US bank system where the rich get richer and the poor stay poor, where it's like if you don't like already have followers from some weird coincidence, then you're never going to like grow and then you're just going to stay there forever.
God,
and then I only had like friends follow me.
Instagram is where I got my first and one of my only ever hate comments. And it was
Really?
yeah, it was really funny because I was like really young at the time, and that was visible on my post. And this person was like, "People only follow you and look at your content because you're young. Your art is gonna not be good in the future." And it was on like some Sans fan art drawing that I made.
Continue.
People only care about you because you're small and young. And it was really funny because I did like a reply back being like, dude,
Ooh.
yeah, if my art stayed at this level, people would not care when I'm older. Here's the thing, people improve in art. That is like a thing people do. Delzee was very shocked by that.
I'm not shocked. I'm just pretending to be shocked like this. It's because I'm an actor.
No, yeah, you're such a good actor. I was so fooled.
Yeah. Yeah.
I genuinely thought you did not know that people ever improve. Ever.
Yeah. It's crazy that non-artists and maybe even some really like cocky artists will think that like getting under your skin like that will make you like stop art forever. Like you're like, I'm done. Like, no. Nuh-uh. Yeah. No. No thank you. Also, you drawing Sans fan art made me realize I didn't have like social medias when I was drawing like Undertale fan art. Just because I didn't even know like the internet existed, and I was like, "What's the internet?" Because I was drawing them in like 4th grade.
I have this whole channel that I started when I was like 4 or 5. And then it as I got older, it just slowly became more and more Undertale based.
No, same thing. Yeah, no, about that. I did the same thing. I put one video on there, and it was a Flowey loop. I animated Flowey on Flip-A-Clip.
Oh, Flip-A-Clip!
Yeah, it reminds me of the first stream I was on of one of yours. where I reminded you of that one Sans fan artist, that like Sans
Oh,
fangirl.
yes.
Very popular. Wow. And it changed my life. And that person single-handedly made me want to animate. No Disney movie, no Pixar, none of that. No, it was a Sans fangirl animation. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. I thought it was the most amazing thing ever, but now I know better.
This is
And I
really funny.
use
I've had one person that I've looked up to for content creation most of my life, and it is Jaden Animations.
yes.
Because
Oh
now
my
they
goodness.
make Minecraft content too, and it's really good.
Yeah. Now it's like it's gone full circle. Like one person I used to look up to a lot before he stopped like making as frequent of content is Something Else YT.
Oh, Something
Something
Else
Else
YT was
YouTube.
great.
Yeah. And I get reminded of him a lot because my best friend has one of his merch. She has the red hoodie. And I'm like, oh my god, I miss him. Like I miss watching his videos.
I have been in the same building as Jaden Animations before. But that's not because I just found her though. It was because
Yeah.
I went to Scribble Showdown a couple years back.
Oh my
Not
god,
even a
that's
couple years back. It was
awesome.
like a year or less ago. My friend was like, "I'm going to Scribble Showdown. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Yes, please."
That's awesome. That's absolutely amazing. And I
It was
think
so cool.
I think younger me would have like passed out just now from you saying that.
Younger me would have passed out. Even like
You,
as someone that was during like not the whatever the opposite of the peak is of me doing art, where I
like the
did like
droop.
the least. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was in a little tiny pit.
You were in
I
the
did
pit.
not do any art at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I went and I saw Scribble Showdown, and I had so much fun. It
Yeah, they always looked so cool. Like
they were so
they looked awesome.
cool.
Yeah. One person who has now like grown to be an even bigger inspiration for me, even when I was like a kid. Like I think now he's even more like what's the word, like prominent, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a fan of fancy words, but The Odd Ones Out continues to
Oh,
like amaze me with what he's done.
he's
Like first of
he's so
all,
cool.
he's really funny. One, two, he's like an awesome animator and stuff. Like I used to just love watching his like story time videos and like all his art and stuff. And then third of all, he makes a Netflix show out of nowhere. And also it's really good. So because I like kid shows.
I should
So
watch it.
you should watch it. I think like of course it's aimed at like kids, like little kids, but you should still watch it.
Okay, wait, I'm just gonna say, why do YouTubers always make the best TV shows?
Because they're really funny.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But like, I got really invested for multiple months, and I still really enjoy it. I'm just not hyper fixated on it anymore. But
No, yeah.
I got so invested. I wrote 70 pages handwritten in my tiny handwriting of the. I don't even watch Markiplier, but the In Space with Markiplier lore.
Ooh. You know what that just reminded me of? It reminded me of every single time I want to like theorize on stuff that I'm like hyper fixated on or like write stuff down about like why I'm excited about a certain thing. It goes back to one of my other used to be like a major inspiration, but now I'm just like he's cool, you know? Rambo Live and
Yeah, I
the
thought you were gonna
Enderwalk
say
ARG
Matt Pat,
and
and I
the
was about to
Ender
cry. Okay.
and the Enderwalk and Matt Pat. But the
No!
Enderwalk ARG
Sorry.
he used to have a channel in his server called the Enderwalk ARG, and it had a VC
that
too.
was-
So
I got so, dude.
I got so into that.
I got so like I
In
didn't get
fact,
that into it, but I got so excited. Actually, it was
I
really
got
funny because
really.
I've talked to my cousin. I don't really like him.
Oh.
But if you're listening to this
Anyways,
podcast, Sean, if you're listening to this podcast, Sean, I'm sorry. Uh,
I'm sorry I don't really like you that
What-
much.
dude, what if I just moved on from there? I don't like my
Yeah.
cousin. Let's move on. But like I remember we don't have much to talk about because we don't share that many interests, and we were in
Aw.
the car, and he's a nice guy. He was talking to me and was trying to relate to me and went, "Do you know that like black and white guy?" Because he knows I'm like a Minecraft YouTuber and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, Rambo. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I think he also called Rambu Technoblade for a second, which I thought was really funny
One
considering.
of my cousins called Rampant Technoblade. Just
Okay,
because I think,
I
like,
have so many cousin MCYT stories to tell, but
what?
I'll tell in a second. But they're like, do you know he made an ARG? And I'm like, yeah, I was one of the people that helped solve it a bit. And then he was like, oh yeah, Game Theory made a video on it, and I was like, oh my god, this is what bonding is.
Oh my god, it's connecting. I just found the updates account on it that I had saved in
Oh.
2021. And yeah, and I found it, and it was deep in my my documents on Google Docs, but I knew I had it. And I think they didn't even archive the like channel, I think, or whatever you do. I think they just full on deleted it.
Audio
And
listeners.
they completely revamped the server after that. Like after I got a couple people kicked temporarily for banned temporarily for making a cult.
Oh.
Do you want to know the story on that?
1 second. Audio listeners, I just spilled a ton of water on myself.
Audio listeners love you to death.
Okay, anyways, you can say your story. But after that, I have another MCYT cousin story that is actually adorable.
Yes, okay. Yes. It's not that bad. I used to spend a lot of nights in the Enderwalk ARG VC and the chat, and we used to just I love the theorists I see now over like different communities that I'm in, because I realized I was exactly like that when I was like 12. When I was 12, I was writing these long documents just for myself on like the Enderwalk ARG and what if could have been, and we tied it to so many things, that were just not like put together at all. But anyways, we decided to do a little like movie night type thing, and we decided to watch a Barbie movie, and we watched it for free, because it was free, and definitely
Delzee,
free.
one problem.
And
I have broken my headphone cord, and I can now no longer hear you. I am going to go get another headphone cord.
Okay.
I went to go. I thought I found my lore binder, so I looked over and I was gonna go grab it. And while bending over to grab it, I snapped my cord. I like bent it. Anything you say may or may not be cut out of the podcast right now. So I'm gonna go fix that. 1 second. Delzee, I am back.
Finally.
Finally, we've tried 4 audio cords and only one of them has worked. I'm saying we.
Hope you don't rip this one.
Help me.
Yeah. All right.
I had a really funny idea for this bit of the podcast where I just randomly face reveal to you, but then blur it out in the thing. But here's the problem: I can't use it. I can't use.
Yeah.
Oh, hypothetically, I could. Wait, 1 second. I have an idea. I have an idea.
Do you have an idea?
I do. Me have ideas? Never.
Me have idea? No.
No. Okay, wait.
I feel like this is just like the ADHD podcast where our brain bounces around for like 30 minutes. And then we're like, well, I think we'll end it there, guys. I think we've gone through all our current hyperfixations.
Oh, don't worry. I would never stop with that. I did a stage in my Discord where I just talked about VGHS, and it went for a while. Oh wait, how do I if I go in my camera? Okay, figured it out. What if I whoop?
Whoa, I see me.
Oh wait, let's move you to the side a bit. Now we're oh my god! Oh!
Oh my god!
What if I just No. I gotta do it at the end of the episode so that I can put it in the start and then blur it and be like, oh my god! And then
That
it looks all clickbaity.
You gotta wait until the end of the episode.
You gotta wait until the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyways, well. Oh, can I tell my cousin MCYT story?
Yes, please do.
Okay. So I have a tendency of hating family. But I have this one cousin that I currently hate, but I will not hate when they're older because I hate tiny children. They just seem like a mini version of me. They really like the things that I liked at their age. And right now they're really into Stampy and other Minecraft YouTubers. But one of the YouTubers they were really, really into was Technoblade. And so I got to sit with my younger cousin, who is like, I think 6. And we were both drawing, and they drew me a picture of Technoblade. And then I was playing Minecraft with my friend, and later they drew my friend's Minecraft skin. So, like, I hate tiny children. I never have awe moments, but I was like, oh my
god! Yeah. Yippee! I like tiny children as long as they can, like, to the point where, like, they can do stuff for themselves and they can think, like, basically kindergartners. Anything below a kindergartner, I don't really, like, kindergartners or first graders. And anything below that, I don't really vibe with. But I know kindergartners will do anything if you give them M&Ms. I know that for sure. I used to be...
My preschool, they gave us strawberry gum whenever we did something cool, and they went, don't swallow it, nuh-uh-uh. And then I always swallowed it.
Look what it did to you now. I don't really know. I used to be what was called the safety patrol in 5th grade, where basically you just open cars for kids when they, like, open car doors for kids when they're, like, walking out and stuff, and then you're, like, hall monitors, and then you have to, like, watch different kids, like, in the mornings and stuff before, like, classes start and stuff. So basically, I was in the kindergarten hallway, and there were these cute little kids, and they were the cutest little things you've ever seen in your darn life. They were adorable, and I loved them. And they were like, when is our M&M's getting here? I was like, all right, they'll get here tomorrow. And then I never gave them it because I think COVID hit. And I was never able to give them their sweet, delectable M&Ms. So, whatever.
Starve, children, starve!
Starve! Through COVID.
Starve!
Good luck with the virus, which I didn't get for, like, 2 years. Like, I thought I was like, it's gone. I think
me and my mom were some of the first ones to get it. Because this was before the COVID tests were, like, widely available. And we were just both really sick for a week. But it was way back when they were like, only like 2 people have it. So we were like, well, it's probably just us being sick then. It's probably not COVID.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't know to this day if we had it, but we think probably.
I think a lot of I think there was one time that I actually, like, took a test and I got it back and it was positive. But there was also, I think a lot of people didn't know that they got it when it first, like, spread until they were like, oh, hey, it's kind of like the flu. And we're like, oh, the thing that we got wasn't the flu. It was COVID. And I think a lot of people did actually, like, when they got sick during, like, March or April of 2020, they just didn't know that they actually got the virus, which is silly. It's fun.
It's so I got silly and wacky, guys.
Yeah, there was also the flu a couple months ago in, like, October or November, and I got it, and it was like a wicked flu. Like, it knocked the life out of me. I was rolling up into, like, the emergency. I need to, like, tell this story from the start.
Okay.
So I wake up. It's a joyous day. And Yeah, so
Now you're staring at yourself.
I am. I'm really looking in the mirror right now. So I wake up, it's a joyous day, and I just don't feel good at all, and I don't want to like get up. And my dad is like, "Hey, you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, duh." So I go through the whole day. I'm pretty good. I just like feel like a little like off and stuff. I wake up. Let's see. I wake up the next morning. I wake up the next like early morning, and I go to my dad's bathroom, and I'm just stumbling into stuff, so he wakes up, and I'm just so dizzy and out of it, and I'm like, "Hey, do you know where the thermometer is?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know where the thermometer is. Why would you need the thermometer? It's not like you're sick." So I get it, and I'm about 102 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm 102 Fahrenheit.
You are
And
102
so
years old.
yes, I am. I was 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and he was like, "Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna give you some medicine. I'm gonna give you an ice pack, and you're just gonna wear that." It was not an ice pack. It was a wet towel. So he just gave me a damp little cloth and some like Tylenol or something. It's like, "Okay, good night," because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I wake up, and he's like going over to my room to wake me up because he's like, "It's gonna be better this time." And then he sticks a thermometer in my mouth, and it says 107. So, ooh, that's when you like 102 is like you have a fever, and then but like you could bring it down, and then 107 is like go to the hospital zone where it's like,
Yeah.
ooh, you should start getting over there. So he's like, we can bring it down. So so he gives me more Tylenol. He gives me a cloth damper than the last. And and
Yeah, you
obviously
memorized the dampness of the cloth.
obviously I'm not going to school at that point. And I think neither did my sister. I don't know why, she just likes not going to school. Uh so I have something, and we don't know what it is, and my dad thinks first thing like, "Oh, well, it could either be a fever, or because it's so high it's probably like COVID or something." So it would be the first time that I'd get COVID. So we're sitting there. Now I'm on the couch. I'm watching a Rambo video or something. Like I'm watching a video with Rambo in it, and anything with Rambo in it just is so like I could not stop laughing. That's how hysterical I was from like, you know, when you get a fever and you just think everything is hilarious?
Oh god,
Like,
yeah. Okay, sorry, Delzee,
yeah.
there is a rainbow over my eye, but it cuts off at the red part, so it looks like I have that anime red line on my eye.
Oh, mm. Now
Um,
you're an anime character. How do you feel about that?
sorry,
Wow, I'm gonna continue with my story now.
yeah,
Um,
Delzee!
yeah. So when you have a fever, everything is funny. Everything is absolutely hysterical. You're just all of your emotions are increased by a lot. So you're either like crying a lot or you're laughing a lot. So I was watching some video. I don't even know what. I think I watched a lot of Crime Time, but I watched a lot of videos on my couch in front of my big screen, and I was just laughing a lot. And I had a frozen Go-Gurt, which isn't crucial to the story. And my dad was like, "All right, let's go check your temperature again." 109. So
Jesus
now we're like,
Christ!
it's time to go.
I didn't say
So
Jesus
I'm
Christ as a way of being like, "Oh my god, I meant it because you're going to heaven."
I'm going
Bye-bye.
to heaven.
You are
So
going to
I'm getting
die.
in the elevator and I'm up. So we all get in the car. My sister is just sitting there, stone faced like a warrior in the back seat with me. I'm huddled up against like when I'm on a road trip and stuff, I bring a pillow so I can put it on my back, and then I just like sit like this. I'm down there, I have a blanket on me, and I'm just like, I'm crying. Tears are streaming down my face. And I'm just like, "Oh my god, I'm not gonna make it." And like, my dad is just freaking out. Like, it's crazy. And I have like the sniffles. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Like, it's terrible. I think I threw up on a different occasion, but whatever. Anyways, moving on from throwing up. I'm like sobbing in the back seat, and we finally get to the emergency room. And then in the emergency room, I didn't realize that it's not like how it is in like TV shows and movies where you just immediately get into like the hospital and they like treat you immediately. Like you have to sign like paperwork and then you sit for 20 minutes. So I'm in there with like bordering on 110 fever. I'm sitting there and I'm like, this is fine. So I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening at that point. I'm so like out of it. Like so we get in there and they're like, hey, what's wrong? What's up? And my dad goes and like, hi, my child's dying. He didn't say that, but that's how I felt. That's how I translated
people,
it
I
in
have
my
a
head.
dying child. They are currently in the process. They're up the stairs right now. They're walking up the stairs.
Yeah, they're shaking God's hand right now, and they're about to get put.
Yeah, they're
about to walk through the
God
door
right now.
Yeah.
Whoever wins decides who gets to live.
Right now, they're asking about God's extended warranty, and then they're gonna walk through the door and ask for some water. So, like, we gotta move it. So, yeah. So we're really just trying our best to stay alive right there, and then, so immediately the first thing they do now is like, well, we're gonna test if you have COVID because all the symptoms are like, oh, well, you probably have COVID then. Funny thing is they also before COVID, obviously, if anybody listening here has never been to the doctor a day in their life, then when you get to the doctor, one thing that they like doing is testing you for flu and strep. So I got 3 tests, one for COVID, one for flu, and one for strep. We wait a couple minutes. I think one of them takes up to like 30 minutes. So they were like, you know what? We're just going to wait until all of them are done, and then we're going to show you. So I'm sitting there, and I'm sweating, and I'm crying, and I'm about to cry again. And then I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, okay, well, the worst I could have is COVID. They walk back in, and they're like, hey, so you have all of them?
What?
You have, yeah, that's why, yes, that is why it was so high. It's because I had the trifecta. I've said this to so many of my friends, and I'm getting deja vu right now.
They come up to you and they're just like, "What? Okay, They're just like, okay, you have strep throat, you have COVID, you have flu, and then they just keep naming stuff. It's just like, you have cancer,
yellow fever.
You
oh
have
my God!
the
Don't
plague.
say. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I don't have cancer. Anyways. Yeah, new video on my YouTube in a couple days.
Oh God.
Oh God.
By the way, if you ever get cancer, I will edit the cancer announcement video for you.
Okay, well, let's just hope I don't get cancer.
As long as you write me in your will.
So, yeah, no, you'll get a percentage of the cut for the video. So, so I don't even know how to process the information. I'm laughing because I think that it's funny, and that also like, well, I'm gonna suffer. And they're like, well,
I'm suffering. Fun.
They're like, well, good news. The worst is probably over because if you've gotten like an 109, I don't think it'll probably stay like in that little like upper range, but it'll start going down. So, they're like, well, we're just gonna give you some medicine. You're gonna go home. So I was like, yippee! We spent like 2 hours in there for them to give us like 10 minutes worth of information. But anyways, so I get sent some medicine, and no offense, but when I was about 10, I started becoming a pill swallower. So I didn't need any of the put it in the little bucket and dump that type of medicine. No siree. I could take the pill. So instead of I had been traumatized my whole life.
I got really confused because people only use the pill when they're talking about birth control, and I was like, what?
I have not needed birth control, trust me.
I can tell.
Don't
You're
worry,
a
I'm not
content
getting
creator.
bitches.
You're a Twitch streamer. Don't worry, I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, so when I was 10, started becoming like a medicine pill taker. So instead of this weird powdery white stuff that they'd usually give you for like strep and stuff. Yeah, instead of this weird powdery white stuff, which I don't think it had more of like a bassy type taste to it than whatever. So
Wait, how do you
yeah.
know the difference?
I don't.
Okay, I don't mind if you do. But if you do, you're not supposed to eat it.
No, I don't. I just want to make that clear. Right now. I don't. I'm talking about medicine.
Also,
I'm talking about medicine.
medicine. I'm just gonna make it clear for all the podcast listeners. You do not eat it. You're not supposed to taste it.
Medicine. We're talking. Yeah. So whatever, dude. I go home and I have a sweet little pill that I'm gonna take for like 10 days, and then I'll be gone of all of the COVID and the strep and the flu. And I'm drinking nothing but ramen.
Blowing up motions for I'll be gone. I'm just gonna explode, dude.
So yeah, that happened. There was also an instance a couple months ago when I got just the flu and I wanted to die because the fever hadn't gotten that bad. I started off the day with a sweet 102, just like I had before. 104, I think. And so we're getting there. But I am just nauseous the whole day. But it's that nauseous where it's like you're not, it's like it keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole day, and then you just wait for it to inevitably come. And so my mom calls up my dad and is like, hey, you need to come pick them up right now because this dude needs to go to the hospital. So my dad is like, okay. So I'm driving there. I'm not driving, my dad is driving, and I have a Publix bag. I have a Publix bag below me because I know that I might throw up. And so my dad is like, do you want fresh air or do you want like the AC? And I was like, fresh air, please. So we roll down the window and I stick my head out like a dog and I'm like, I don't throw up, but I wish I could. So I get to the emergency room, which, by the way, cameo from the last emergency room, same emergency room. What do I do next? I throw up. There's a woman in the woman's bathroom, and I think she's also throwing up. I think she's also throwing up in the woman's bathroom. Okay. There is a woman throwing up. There is a woman throwing up in the woman's bathroom, and I go into the men's bathroom, and I throw up in the men's trash can. The only time I've ever been allowed in the men's bathroom. And I throw up in there. I throw up in there like a boss, and I throw up for like
a manly
minute.
Man.
Like a man! I throw up like a man!
I throw up like a man! This is becoming an alpha male podcast very quickly.
Oh yeah. We should start that off every day. Or not every day, like every week, like welcome alpha males and alpha male. That's just the Joe Rogan podcast. We can't take that. So
God, yeah, I would love to get an email from Joe Rogan team being like, dude, you're copying us.
You totally stole our idea, dude! Yeah, I threw up a lot, and they were like, "Oh, you just have the flu," and I was like, "Okay." And there was a girl where they had to drag the trash can out, like not the men's trash can. They had to get another one because she was throwing up. So we all had the flu from different places going in.
It would have been really funny if you going to the emergency room the first time gave everyone the flu. The flu.
No, because these were so far apart. I had that in like the summer, and then this was in like November. But everybody came in and they were all throwing up. It was terrible. There was this pregnant lady and she was throwing up. We're like, oh my god. But there was this pregnant lady, she was throwing up. I think her baby was throwing up. Her baby wasn't throwing up. But I wonder what that would be like.
Inside was just like, ew. Ew,
like,
dude, what the hell's that?
She made like the pog face, like yeah, so yeah, I have a lot of sick stories. I get sick very easily. I have a poor immune system and asthma. Do you get sick? It's my microphone. Do you get sick?
Oh, thank you for the very graceful interview. I get sick very often. I get such bad headaches and it's so annoying. I have canceled dude, I cancel like 25% of my streams because I'm sick.
There'll be times where I just push through it and like I just don't have on like a webcam or something, so I'm just like dying, but they can't see it.
I've thrown up on stream back when I was a VTuber.
Did it pick it up?
I wish, that would have been hilarious.
Is there a throw up feature? Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I get sick a lot, and while I had the trifecta, during the summer, I was trying to like, that was when I was supposed to get a video out on YouTube. So my dad had to like pry my laptop out of my cold dead hands because I wanted to edit at the same time as I was like supposed to be resting, and I was like, please, there's just a minute left that I need to do, and he's like, go. But yeah, it was terrible, and now I frequently get sick. Yesterday I was sick and stuff. Today, right now, I feel sinusy and coughy, and I need to cough, but I'm not. And yeah, I get sick all the time, but instead I power through it because I'm an alpha male, like Joe Rogan. Yeah.
I gotta center your chair again. Every time I center your chair, you move to the other side.
I move. What are you talking about?
You're a little wiggly man.
I'm very wiggly. I'm very charismatic.
You're one of those little inflatable men, which my family calls Jeremys. And my mom on her birthday, we got an inflatable man in our backyard. I'm pointing as if you can see my backyard.
I can definitely see it. It's over there.
It was like a giant. And then for my birthday, I got a little mini one. And we have like multiple little tiny mini inflatable men that we call Jeremy. And now we have this pool floaty that's like a Jeremy-sized pool floaty.
Like Jeremy's gone marine. Like. He's gone hydro Jerry.
That is a definite reference to something.
It's not. It's actually not.
Oh, well, I'm in it. Okay. Sorry. Your shirt says Ooper on it. Because the S is cut out.
Yeah, it's Super Mario, but
Ooper. It's reminding me.
I'm an Ooper lad.
You know what? It reminds me. My grandma lives in the Upper Peninsula. So they call it the UP, and everything there is named after it being the UP. And so it was, all of the buildings were like, UP housing.
Upper Peninsula, like Florida?
No, it's somewhere. I forgot, but it's somewhere.
What else is a peninsula? I couldn't think of anywhere else except my peninsula, Florida.
But there was like UP housing, UP road work, which like that one just sounds painful.
Yeah, UP. I just realized that. Sorry. Yeah. That would be really painful.
That's how they pave the roads. They just have one person from the Upper Peninsula.
Everyone, chug!
Oh, I gotta turn my camera off so that I can touch my water bottle.
So that you can pee road work.
So that I can pee road work everywhere.
Yeah, I sure hope it does. Yeah, I'm a little prankster. Do you know the video game The Last of Us? Do you know the main
I know
The Last of Us? Yes, okay.
I've watched 15 minutes of a playthrough of The Last of Us 2. I have not watched any of The Last of Us 1.
So you know like what the virus is though, right?
Yeah.
It's a
mushroom.
Fungi-related virus. Yes, it's a shroom virus. So basically, I'm gonna look it up while I talk about it. Hold on, give me a second.
I'm just zooming into you awkwardly typing, leaned in. It's great.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm holding.
Yeah, March 21, 2023. Alright. Alright, okay. I'm gonna read you the title of this article here, and literally everybody that knows me knows I live in Florida because that's the first thing I say next to I'm neurodivergent and a minor. But I'm just gonna read you the title of this, and you can infer for yourself what I'm about to say. Candida auris in Florida. What to know about fungal infections spreading at an alarming rate.
I've seen this. I saw a TikTok about this, and I was like, oh my god.
A drug-resistant and possibly deadly fungus has been spreading rapidly across U.S. healthcare facilities, and Florida is among the top states with the most alarming number of cases, a new government study finds.
Oh wait,
so
since it's in
what
Florida,
I'm about to say is, huh?
Since it's in Florida, would I be the Last of Us?
Oh, I get the joke! That was really funny.
Just so you know, my stream alert went off.
The knee slapper.
My stream alert just went off, so right after I said that, a tiny yippee played on my OBS. Even though it didn't show up, it was...
Oh my god, okay. Well, yeah, I think there's a doctor in the pilot of the first episode of The Last of Us that talks about Candida as, like, being one of the funguses, and so yeah, I read about this a couple days ago, and my mom watched, like, the first couple episodes with me of The Last of Us, which, by the way, reminded me that part 1 is on Steam and I have to buy it. But, yeah, it's on PC now. But,
oh god.
Basically, let's just read a little more. Why not?
Sorry, I just gotta say, on the TikTok that I originally saw this on, there was a comment that I laughed really hard at where they were just like, does that mean we get our own Pedro Pascal? And it's like, that's a real guy! That's just a real... Yeah. That is just a real guy.
It's like, you know, in, like, Toy Story 2 where there's the line of Buzz Lightyears? And you just, like, they think it's, like, Pedro Pascal and you just, like, pick him off the wall. But, let's see. A fungus, a type of yeast called Candida auris, or C. auris, can cause severe illness in people with weakened immune systems. Me.
Oh no! I'm
really
for sure gonna be the Last of Us, dude.
You get sick all the time, though. I'm sure you'll get it too. You're gonna get it too, and I know it.
Okay, wait. But I'm just saying, there's gonna be 5 episodes of this podcast before you get infected and die.
And then 6 before you get infected.
There's one episode of me just being like, so Delzee is dead anyway.
So politics, yeah.
By the way, you better update me before you die while you're, like, in zombie mode. I don't know, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I'd have to, like, tell people so that they make a trend on Twitter. Oh, okay. But according to the CDC, Florida currently has the 3rd highest number of C. auris infections with 349 reported clinical cases. Florida is only topped by Nevada with 384 cases and California with 359. New York had 326, Illinois had 276, and Texas had 160 clinical cases.
Minnesota's not on there, right?
Minnesota, let me see. Let me remember that Minnesota is, like, a place.
Oh, dude, I felt so represented because I've seen edits of that silly banana man from the Roblox game, like Shovelware's Brain game or whatever. And so I played it, and, like, half of the answers to the questions are Minnesota. And I'm like, oh my god, I feel represented. People remember that we exist. Minnesota is, like, a good state, I would say. And no one ever talks about it, because people only ever talk about the bad states. Minnesota is a good state. We, like, let trans people be here.
You have from, like, 10 to 15 clinical cases, which is good. But it's also a really small state compared to, like, California, Texas, and Florida.
Okay, here's the other thing. I don't think I'll catch it because I never go anywhere.
Me neither.
I'm
I never go
homeschooled.
outside.
I am
Oh,
homeschooled too. So I
oh.
just kind of am in here, and my parents both work from home part of the time.
Mm.
So
So
I'm
they don't go anywhere either.
yeah, no. There is, and my dad has no friend. No, I'm just kidding.
My mom is a stay-at-home mom. My dad works. He's working right now.
Ooh.
In like a couple rooms over. He stays at home. I do go to a public school with like 1,000, 2,000 students, which is why the flu spreads so quickly.
Ooh.
So whenever one person gets sick, everyone's getting sick. It's no doubt. So we can just hope that nobody gets this deadly virus. But let's see. How can I prevent contracting C. auris? Take out your reading notes.
My
kiddos.
reading note. I'm not
take
allowed
out
to touch any technology for the rest of this podcast. The last time I did, it got bent and stopped working.
Yeah, don't
So-
touch anything. So take out your notebooks, kids, and write this down if you have a weak immune system, just like me. Preventing C. auris involves proper and consistent adherence to recommended practices for hand hygiene, use of gloves and gown when indicated in the hospital, and cleaning and disinfecting medical equipment and the healthcare environment. One of the best ways to prevent the spread of dangerous germs like C. auris in healthcare settings is good hand hygiene. Patients and their loved ones can ask and remind healthcare providers to clean their hands as well as wash their own hands. That's like weird because I'm never at the hospital ever. I just get like I just am allergic to like pollen, so I just get a little sick, but I'm never at the hospital, so I guess I'm not getting the virus. I guess everybody's
you're all
safe,
good.
I guess. Oh, wait, no. Plot twist. Why are C. auris infections so concerning? Just when I was starting to not get concerned. The CDC is concerned about this disease for 3 main reasons. Number 1, it is often multi-drug resistant, meaning that it is resistant to several antifungal drugs commonly used to treat candida infections. Number 2, it is difficult to identify with standard laboratory methods and laboratory methods and can be misidentified in labs without specific technology. 3, it has caused outbreaks in healthcare settings. For this reason, it is important to quickly identify C. auris in a hospitalized patient so that healthcare facilities can take special precautions to stop its spread. What type of infections can C. auris cause? Bloodstream infections, wound infections, ear infections, you name it. How is a C. auris infection diagnosed? Let me read. Oh, so they can like take your blood, and like if it's in your blood, then yeah, it's like a culture of blood or other body fluids.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to stop playing The Last of Us because I played a game about a sickness right before COVID started. So I think I've passed on this little.
I don't think I'm gonna play The Last of Us anymore because I don't want candida to become like worse.
Yeah, because you control if there's gonna be a. But right before COVID started, I started getting really into Pathologic, which is that really old, not great Russian horror game. But I love it very much. I love it very, very much. And right after I stopped caring about it that much, it started gaining a fandom. Like, what the hell?
Okay, so I've just gotten more news on C. auris.
Okay.
So basically, the reason it has its name is because auris is Latin for ear, which is why it's like mainly an ear infection, but if it's not, it's like a bloodstream infection. So, yeah, and most people get it. The reason that they're talking about like healthcare and stuff and being inside a hospital is because most people from like nursery homes or people who have to stay for very long times at the hospital are at higher risk of getting it. And like most cases are from people who are in like nursing homes and hospitals, and like the tubes and stuff will for some reason, have candida in it, and it will flow
You know
into
when
their
doctors
bloodstream.
invented sickness? No, it's just...
It was actually first discovered, it was first identified in 2009. Let me see. Most are treatable, but like recently they've been like, oh, well, some of these aren't treatable. I want to see how deadly it is. Oh, the short answer, yes. Invasive infections with any candida species can be fatal. Okay, hold on. Okay. 30 to 60% of people with seahorse infections have died. So yeah. So it can spread from person to person, or it can spread through healthcare equipment. But I'm fine, because I never touch anybody, and I never go anywhere.
Oh, don't worry,
so
I know
safe.
that you don't, because you're a Twitch streamer.
I'm a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
I go home every day, and I'm like, Dad, I need to go live.
No time for women or men, or anyone else.
Yeah.
No time for humans. I am
no time for humans.
Streamer.
Yeah. Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, no, I'm really... Oh! I've been recording this whole time. Sorry, anyways.
Oh.
I don't even know that I was. Well. But yeah, no, that's a thing that's happening. There's also a new deadly drug going around. Let me look it up. Drug worse than fentanyl.
Oh, it's worse than fentanyl. That's not good.
Hold on. I need to fentanyl. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Excuse me.
People are gonna be like, ooh, new funny podcast, and then 30 minutes in, they're gonna be like, why are we talking about illnesses?
Yeah, seriously. Hold on.
No, don't worry, guys. Being sick and talking about sickness is part of the funny.
I believe it is called... Okay, I don't think this is the one that I saw with my mom a couple days ago, but, I know what it's called. Sorry. I know how to, like, get it.
What?
Hold on.
Well, you know how to get it?
No, not like that, but I know how to, like, search for it, and I found the one that I found out. This is from... That's from two... Okay, this is the one I saw from Click Orlando. If you're watching this, sponsor me. Click Orlando, the news site. Alright. The title, which I'm just manifesting this into existence. Florida officials warn of lethal flesh-eating zombie drug.
What?
So, yeah. Tallahassee, Florida. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody released a warning Wednesday about a dangerous flesh-eating zombie drug called xylazine. The drug, also known as tranq, is a controlled substance in Florida, meaning that it's a crime to possess or sell the drug within the state, Moody's office announced. However, the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration issued a warning about the increase in trafficking of fentanyl mixed with xylazine.
Oh god, mixing?
That means... No, because xylazine is deadly on its own. If anything, worse than fentanyl. It's been labeled worse than fentanyl. But mixed with fentanyl. That's a little worse. You bring it in the mix. You bring it in. You bring it in and out.
You make it a little smoothie at that point.
Mixing it out. You make it a substance, or is it a solution? I can't tell you the difference. I couldn't. I don't know. Let's see. Is that it? Is that the end of the... What?
It exists.
Okay.
Sorry.
According to the DEA, oh my god, like Hank from Breaking Bad, xylazine and fentanyl mixtures have been seized in 48 states, including Florida. People who use xylazine may develop severe wounds, such as necrosis, which includes the rotting of human tissue that could lead to amputation, a release from Moody's office shows. So, basically, when the drug gets in your system and it dies, like when the effect is no longer there, it starts to rot within you, wherever, which causes need for amputation, and if not that, death. Well, that's even if it hasn't killed you first. Like, if the xylazine mixed with fentanyl has not killed you, then
actually, this
then
sounds
they're
like if
rotting
you're
inside
already
you.
dead, the rotting is really good for the animals. It's just kind of like your body
Yeah, but then
decomposes.
the animals get fentanyl.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah. You know what that really reminded me
They
of?
made a
Bringing
movie
up
about that. Cocaine Bear.
They did! Animals dying reminded me of the acid spill in Ohio that happened a while ago in East
Yeah.
Palestine. Yeah, of the train. And it reminded me of a Ted Nivison tweet I saw of him stating the facts that a year before in August, there was a movie with what's his face? I'm gonna look it up before I say it because I know I might get his name wrong. Is it this dude? Yeah. Adam Driver. He was in this movie called, what was it called? It caught my attention. It's called White Noise. And it is about a train derailing in Ohio, causing an acid cloud, which caused everybody to have to evacuate. And then a year later, the exact thing happens, maybe not in the same place, but the same state, and it causes everybody to evacuate. And oh my god. Whoever is running things in Ohio just needs to stop, because the way I could like go on this rant about how many lives could have been saved if they did things differently, like, just I don't know. That's my autistic field of expertise, is just ranting about the government. But
I should
we're not Joe Rogan. We're not Joe Rogan.
I should probably go soon to eat. So
Oh, that means we gotta wrap it up.
That also means we gotta do the face reveal so I can clickbait it.
Oh, we gotta do the face reveal so I can. Okay, should I put on my best acting face?
Yeah,
I guess just my reaction.
Also, for some reason, everyone, whenever I face reveal, they just look away. So don't do that.
Okay, I'll try. All right.
That was so shocking. So shocking. Your mic is cutting out. Oh god.
That's why I love doing that. I just love my mic always cuts out, so I just use it for comedy at this point.
Wait,
Why not?
I don't always look like that. My face is very red because I've been wearing a mask for a real long time. Because I was wearing a mask before this too. I don't usually have big red circles on my.
Oh, thank God, because I was just gonna assume that for the rest of my life. Yeah, you're gonna
assume that I have just giant red circles on my face.
When in reality, that is not the case.
Yeah. By the way, you're the only content creator friend I've ever face revealed to. So. And they're going. They're going.
Well, now I'm walking away.
Hey, Chair. The Chair's the new co-host of this podcast.
Yeah, no, that's crazy though. That's absolutely insane. But, well, okay, we've talked about Sans Undertale. We've talked about Instagram. We've talked about TikTok and it's doomed. We've talked about deadly viruses, me having deadly viruses, deadly funguses, deadly drugs. I think this is a great pilot episode.
Death.
Perfect pilot episode, and I think it's time to wrap it up. Okay. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Come back
to the pilot episode. Come back to the second episode of the Drive Thru podcast.
Or if we end up posting the extra episode, or we might not. We'll never know.
Or we might not.
You'll never know unless we do post it. Then you will know. But
then you will know. Unless you have amnesia. Okay.
Bye-bye. See ya. See ya. Bye.